Today, I'd like to go over the ABCs of stress management. And this is going to do two things for us. First, it's going to help us identify our irrational beliefs, beliefs that are not true, but that we hold at a subconscious level deep down inside us, beliefs that affect what we feel, how we think, and what we do. Secondly, these ABCs are going to help us overcome those irrational beliefs, and that is a very great thing. So here it is. Let's suppose you're going along through your day. Everything's going along well. Maybe it's not going along well. Regardless, whatever is happening in your day, you suddenly feel your stress level ratchet up. Your anxiety level skyrockets, just goes through the roof. I want you to stop right there before you continue thinking what you're thinking, feeling what you're feeling, or doing whatever you were thinking of doing. I want you to stop and go through these ABCs. The A is this. What was the activating event? What happened? It was something specific. Stress doesn't just come out of nowhere. Something happened. The straw that broke the camel's back, the final fire drill that just sent you over the edge. What was it? Name it for what it is. The B is what is your belief about that? What is your belief? You believe something about that event that is driving your emotional response and your decisions. For instance, let's suppose that you've screwed up something at work. Oh my word. Something you did 2 months ago suddenly came back to bite you in the butt. Your belief might be, oh, I have to be perfect all of the time. I have to be perfect. I cannot afford to make a single mistake. I must be perfect. That's the belief. C is what are the consequences that you fear. Okay, the event was, I screwed up. The belief is, oh, I have to be perfect. The consequence is, I'm going to get fired. Nobody's going to like me anymore. My career is trashed. The earth is going to fall into the ocean. I mean, whatever the consequence is, name it for what you think it is. Here's the activating event. Here's what I believe about myself and about the situation. And this is the consequence I fear as a result. I have to be perfect. I screwed up. Therefore, catastrophe. D is you dispute it. You say, whoa, stop. Stop is a wonderful word. Stop. Wait a minute. I don't have to be perfect. Nobody is. And I am not going to place an unreasonable expectation upon myself. I am allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to be human. I'm allowed to be fallible. It is okay. I'm even going to dispute that consequence. Most likely, I'm not going to get fired. My boss knows I'm human. Mistakes happen. This is part of business. It's terrible. It's awful. Maybe there are consequences that I will have to pay. Maybe there's overtime I'm going to have to do, or apologies I'm going to have to make, work I'm going to have to redo. Yes, there are consequences. How serious are they? Well, if you're like me, you've usually blown them entirely out of proportion, so dispute them. Let's get back down to reality. What's true? What's real in this situation? Even if there is a case where you say, I really could get fired because of this, is that the end of the world? No, it's not. So if your real fear is, I'm going to get fired and then I'm never ever going to get a job again and I'm going to end up living on the street, no, I'm going to dispute that. All right? I could get fired, but I can get a job again. I can be a productive member of society. I can keep my career moving forward. It's going to take work, but I can do it. But in most cases, please realize the consequence you fear is usually something that is way out of proportion to reality. So just bring that sucker right back down and say, wait a minute. It's going to be ugly, but probably a month from now, nobody's going to remember and nobody's going to care. E is you exchange it with the facts. Again, you've disputed it. I do not have to be perfect. The consequences are not going to be as bad as I'm making them out to be. What I'm going to exchange it with is the truth. I am human, and it is okay. I am going to go forward and address the problem and the situation to the best of my ability, recognizing that even in addressing it, I still don't have to be perfect. I'm going to give myself that grace. So these are the ABCs of stress management, of bringing your anxiety level back down. The activating event, what is it that sets you off? B is that belief. What do you believe about yourself and the situation that's driving your stress level through the roof? C is what's the consequence? What are you afraid of? What are you terrified is going to happen? Chances are you're blowing that out of proportion. D is dispute it. Look it dead in the eye, that belief and that consequence, and say, wrong, wrong. It is irrational for these reasons. Yeah, I'm blowing that out of proportion for these reasons. And then you exchange it with the facts. The truth is this. And the truth about any consequences is this. And the real overarching, overriding truth is, this will pass. It's going to be okay because I am going to make good decisions that are going to make it okay.